welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shatoka, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. So today I wanted to share with you guys my trial process, my mock-up for Chicago Frocktails. I did have a few hiccups in the process, but it's all worked out. Today is actually Saturday, and as I'm recording this, the dress is almost done, and I'm so excited. I'm way ahead of schedule. I didn't want to be rushing and do anything last minute, so I'm so glad that everything has turned out really nicely. I only have a couple steps left for my finished dress, and then I can move on to my boyfriend's vest, which I ended up doing a trial run, a mock-up for him as well, and it was actually too small, so I'm glad I did that trial run. But I'm gonna knock out his vest right after I'm done with mine. But I'm in love already. I've been sending my mom like pictures and videos, and she's excited as well. I'm so excited for Frocktails. So we're gonna go ahead and rewind. So this video is going to be from start all the way into like my lining process, and then I'm gonna reveal the dress after Frocktails. But you guys follow me over on Instagram. It's the same as my YouTube channel, Shatoka J, because I am sharing things over there on a daily basis. But yeah, I'm so excited about it. So we're going to rewind, and then I'm going to come back at the end. Hey y'all, happy Monday. It is Monday when I'm recording this, May the 20th, and I am officially starting my process for making my muslin, my mock-up for Chicago Frocktails. So if you guys hadn't saw my previous video, I talked about patterns that I was thinking about, and also the fact that I was going to do a trial run because we do not want to mess up our good fabric. So this video is going to be after you guys have seen my fabric. So it is a brocade fabric with no stretch. So what I'm going to use for a muslin is this thrifted sheet. Actually, I did a fabric haul and shared with you guys fabric that I thrifted and bought, you know, in the times that I was shopping for Frocktails. And I ended up getting this bed sheet for $4.99, and I just feel like, you know, this will be perfect to use for my muslin, seeing as though it has no stretch. It is actually a West Elm bed sheet, and it is 100% organic cotton. It's not really thick, but I just felt like this would be perfect. It's a twin. I should be able to get the top and bottom portion, well, the dress, like the bodice area, and the skirt portion, just this one in this fabric. I also think I'll be able to do a muslin of my boyfriend's vest. By the way, this is the pattern that I'm going to use. I talked about it in the other video. I have made this dress in a two-piece before. However, the fabric that I used has some stretch. So I think I'm going to have to maybe alter the pattern a little bit. I do have 18 cut out, which would be fine for the top, but for the bottom, I think I would have probably needed more. Since that fabric stretched, I was okay, and I was having to keep taking it in. But so for the bottom and top portion, so I'm not gonna do that bottom portion because I don't really think that needs to be fitted. You know, like once I cut out the skirt part, I'll just have to make sure that the bottom portion matches in the size to be able to fit, but that's not going around like my hips or anything, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm not going to do a mock-up of that. However, I probably will hold that pattern piece up to me to see how long I'll need to have it, because I'm sure I'm going to have to add extra inches to the bottom of the pattern piece. But my main concern is top and bottom. So I'm not going to do that overlay that's on that one, but I am doing that sweetheart neckline. So I'm going to do the muslin in that part, and I'm about to cut it out. So the pattern pieces are here. There are 4 pieces for the skirt, and then there are 3 pieces for the top. I'm about to lay them out on my fabric and cut them out. And I'll probably just baste everything, even the zipper or I'm not even sure. Like, I guess I could just baste the zipper in and just take it out so that it's not like a permanent thing. But I don't know, you guys. I love this pattern. I might end up liking how it look, and I would like finish it if I am going to wear it out. But it is a lined dress. When I made it before, I did not, did I line? Yeah, I actually lined the tube part, the top portion, but I didn't line the skirt. So I think I'm gonna play it by ear and see how I feel, because the brocade is already pretty thick. So if anything, I'll definitely line the top part just for the finishing, to be able to turn it in and have it feel good against my body. But we'll see. This all a part of the process. But yeah, I'm about to go ahead and cut her out. So, running into my first dilemma. Well, I knew I would probably have issue with the skirt portion, seeing as though I kind of cut the pattern pieces to accommodate having stretch fabric. Well, it wasn't completely like stretch. It had some stretch. So I did have to take it in, and I contemplated just going and buy a whole new pattern, but I want to try to make it work with this one that I have. So the top part is not an issue. I cut that out. That's an 18. But with the bottom, some pieces are cut at the 18 and some are cut, like I think 2 and 2. So what I think I'm going to do is measure how many like extra inches. Well, I think it's probably only about an inch or half an inch in between the 16 and the 18. And then just add that to the pattern pieces so that basically it'll be an 18. Although I do still feel like I'm going to have to grade out even more. I just want to try to make the best of what I have right now, because this does come together pretty quickly. So worst case scenario, if it's not working out, I can go and get a new pattern tomorrow, possibly. But I want to get moving today. Like, I'm like, let me get this going, because I have to make my dress, and then I'm making my boyfriend a vest, and I still have other stuff that I want to make. Like, we have an all white party now, like a boat party the night before Frocktails. I actually just bought a pair of like flats from Target today that I'm going to wear. So I'm thinking I'm just going to make like a really pretty flowy white maxi skirt and some type of like knit cute top with like cutouts or something. Something really simple, because this Frocktails dress is going to be extra. So I'm going to go like really kind of just chill on the boat the night before. So I measure, it's really only like an 1/8 extra between the sizes. So I did take my seam gauge and just did dots along the pattern pieces, so all the pieces can be size 18, and then I'll know from there if I need to go up, but at least everything will be uniform. And again, if I have to go out and get possibly another sewing pattern like this pattern in a new one so that I can cut like a 20 or 22, I'll do that. But I'm like, well, let me at least just try tonight. I'm in the house, I have time, I can get this done. Or I'll just measure out how much, you know, how many more inches that I need. I probably won't need to get another pattern, but like, honestly, sometimes to me, that's like the easy way out, to just like already just go get a new pattern. But yeah, I'm definitely going to figure it out. Okay, I actually was just telling my Instagram stories that I thought it was going to be too small, but it's not. I did not put a zip in. You install the invisible zipper after the top and bottom is put together, but it's not a bad fit, and I have to take into account that it is lined, and I think I will line top and bottom. But I mean, I do have some bunching here, but I just feel like with the brocade, I'll be fine. Also, I do know that I'm going to have to extend this down, because this is that like that trumpet style or mermaid style. And for me, that should begin more about here. So I'm going to measure how many extra inches I'm going to add here, to then have that kick out of that trumpet start where it's supposed to start. Because if it starts up here, that's not gonna give that look. It's supposed to start a little bit lower, more so like around the knee area, like right above the knee or a little bit below. So yeah, so far so good. I actually was worried about it being too small. So basically this is like an 18 at the bottom because I did extend it. And then the top is an 18 as well. So I'm about to actually do the top portion and then connect the top and bottom, and we'll go from there. So I love the Sweetheart neckline. This dress bodice does call for boning. I probably won't put the boning in during this mock-up process, but it really depends. Once I attach the bottom and the top, I still don't have the back panels on here. Once I attach the bottom and top, if I'm liking how everything is looking, it'll be a wearable muslin, and I will put the boning in so the dress can have structure. But I'll probably just make it be like a mini dress. Like I'm not gonna have like a trumpet style wearable muslin. But I do love the shape of the dress. So yeah, I am about to add the two back panels. So there's a side front. The front was cut on a fold, and then you have two back panels, and the zipper goes up the center back. So I'm going to add the two back pieces and then attach the bodice to the skirt, and then we'll continue from there. Okay, so it is huge at the top. So I gotta figure out what I'm going to do, because where it connects to the bottom, like I need that room, but I'm definitely going to have to do like some grading or something, because when I tell you, look at this, it's so much fabric here, and I don't like, I want to be able to not have to wear like a strapless bra or anything. I'm just obviously too, because it's going to be lined and it'll be boning in the final dress. The brocade is stiffer. I won't need that because I'm not like extremely busty. I mean, I'm not completely like flat or anything, but I'm not so busty to where if my dress has structure, I can, you know, I can go without a bra. But like, it's so like much room here. I'm trying not to expose myself on the internet, but there's so much room here in the bust, not so much in the back. So I have to figure out that, but I need to be able to have it fit this way, or if not, a little bit tighter. I did like base the zipper in. I wish I had a tripod for this. I did base the zipper in. It's not like great construction. I just wanted to put it in to be able to actually show you guys how it's fitting. But yeah, it's so big at the top. So I'll have to figure that out. I can just take it in here and here, but like I don't want it to like affect the waistline, because honestly, I feel like with the boning and then with it being lined, I'm okay with how it fits here. I would like to be it to be a little bit tighter, but like again, because it's brocade, it's super like stiff, and I want to be able to like move around and not be like super restricted. But yeah, stay tuned. So, not great light. However, I'm ready to keep moving because I just want to get this show on the road. So what I did, I put the dress back on and I pinched out some fabric. Again, don't mind this at all. I literally just need the top part to be pinched out. So I'm going to now take this off, measure about, you know, measure and see how much that is that I pinched. And then I'm going to take that in. I'm going to baste it in, try it on again, see if that will suffice. And then I'll make note to like transfer that onto another pattern piece, and then we'll go from there. Again, I do wish it was a little bit more snatched, but like I want it to be like that. But I know if I did that, I'm gonna be uncomfortable. So I will go ahead and pinch this out, baste it, and then come back on. I don't want to do too much because I don't want to change the shape of the sweetheart. So I drew out about 1 1/4, I think. I was gonna do 1 1/2, but like I don't want it to be such a gradual, sharp turn on the bust. So I'm just gonna like baste this top part of the bodice. I want it to go right into the seam that is already existing because again, I really like how it fits and connects to the bottom. So I'm gonna baste that and then do the other side and try it on for you guys. What I probably should have done is cut a 14 at the top and then grade it out to this 18 because again, it's literally just that front portion, and I've already cut this pattern piece here and I don't want to change that curve. So I'm gonna do this like thing that I said I was gonna do, but in all actuality, I really feel like I probably should have just like graded it here, and then I would have still been fine to be able to connect at the waist. It's just I would have brought this in because I feel like I'm about to lose my sweetheart shape. So again, this is why you do your mock-ups, and something like this in the past would have just like frustrated me and made me just want to say, I don't care, I don't want to do this anymore. But this is actually a great process to learn and know how I can more properly fit garments to me in my measurements. And I know that like taking that extra step or extra 2 steps, I'm going to be so glad that I did because it's going to be great. Y'all, like, look how nuts this looks. So I'm showing you this to show you what not to do. So I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. I ended up pinching in. You will have saw that in the previous clip. I pinched in that area. That's not going to work. It looks wonky. It looks weird. Obviously, this fabric is super thin, like it's a bed sheet, so it is showing through. If it was a brocade, it wouldn't show through. However, it has changed. The sweetheart, it's not it. But it did, like, it took it in, but that's not how I want it to look. So, again, showing you this to show you that no. Don't take the shortcut. It's going to look a mess. I don't want to look a mess. I want it to look nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to unpick it, take the zip out, all of that. I'm going to do it right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to recut the top part, the bodice part. And I'm going to cut the top part at 14 on the side and grade it down to that 18 to be able to connect to the waist. So I have no weird lines here in the bodice, and that should work it out just fine. So yeah, I hope this video is clear. It's like 9 p.m. My bedtime is 9:30, but I wanted to come on and show you guys this. So I'm probably gonna like seam rip a little bit. I did baste, but and then I'll just finish tomorrow because it's getting late. Hi guys, it's the next day and I had just thought about it. Well, I thought about it when I was at work. I had previously said that I was going to rip the top out, recut the top, but honestly, I can repick, well, I can actually seam rip just the side in the front 3 pieces. I can leave this back piece, the back 2 intact because there was no issue there. But the main issue is the front bodice. So what I'm going to do is instead of seam ripping the whole top off. I'm actually just going to seam rip the front 3 panels off, and then obviously that will detach it from the side seams and then detach it from here. But I'm gonna leave the zip in the back, and then I am going to grade those pattern pieces so that it takes the top of the bodice in and then reattach them. I just feel like that'll be easier. Then that way I don't have to start completely from scratch with this mock-up. It's really, the only fit issue is just these front pieces. The back is flush against my back, so I'm going to do that instead. So here are the 2 pattern pieces that I'm going to cut over. So what I ended up doing is cutting it at the 14 at the top. This is the side seam, and then I graded it back out to the 18 for the waist area. So I'm hoping that that will pull it in that upper bust area. I was gonna take the middle part, which this is cut on the fold. This is the beginning of like the sweetheart. I was gonna take that down to a 14 at the top, but I'm kind of nervous about that. So I'm gonna leave it. I really think just taking it in here will bring this piece back enough to where I won't have that issue anymore. I really hope that works. So the good thing is I do have quite a bit left of that bed sheet that I'm using for muslin. And so I'm gonna try this first and then attach it and then see if it works. If not, then I'll probably have to grade the top here as well and then have it come back out to the 18, because again, the 18 in the waist area, although it's super like snatched, it's not like really loose either. And again, I really like how it fits like the sway of my back, so I don't want to be too uncomfortable. So it fits a little better. I ended up putting on a strapless bra just to see, like, you know what, I might just have to add a bra. But again, I don't want to have it super fitted to where the lining and then the boning would not be able to like sit comfortably. So I did grade the 14 to the 18 at the top to the bottom. I could have done the same here, but I didn't. But again, I like the way it fits in the back. Remember, I didn't change anything in the back. It was really just the front. And I don't know, I think I'm good for the bodice, because think about it too, this is a bed sheet, it's really thin. I feel like if I try to do the grading here, I might run into an issue. You know what? I could probably just cut. You guys hear the wind? It's so windy tonight. Because these pieces come together so easy, you know what? I think I am going to maybe cut a little bit smaller here to see if that's better, because you guys, it's still kind of big here. This is so crazy to me because the sizing is just off. Like, I know like I can do like a 14 in a knit pattern for the top, but like for a woven, this is mind-boggling that like I need a 14 up here. It's mind-boggling to me. So yeah, let me go ahead and try to take this in a little bit more. Okay, so the last time I came on camera, I had the wearable muslin completely made up. However, I ended up adding 6 extra inches to the bottom of the skirt portion of the dress so that my mermaid like kick out could be better, you know, where it's supposed to be. So then what I decided to do is, instead of just making another muslin, I decided to use the lining pieces as pattern pieces. So I ended up cutting them out, and then I use them as pattern pieces for my main fabric. So my main fabric has been cut out. I like the fit. I don't have the actual zip in because it's going to go in the main fabric, but this is the lining. I also do have the top part. Can't get all of the frame. So now I'm actually about to attach the top to bottom, and then I'll come back on so you guys can see. But I think I'm gonna be good. I feel like the added layer and the brocade together will have it looking nice. I do think I might have to end up pegging the bottom a little bit, just because, like, for the trumpet to be like that true fit and flare, but I just have to be mindful that I can't make it too tight in this area because it's by the knees, because I want to be able to walk and have good clearance to be able to walk. But yeah, it's coming along. I think I actually will be done with at least the top portion of the dress today. I'm gonna pace myself. I'm not gonna like make myself, you know, finish it all in one day, but I'm making great progress. This is the lining of the dress. I added 6 extra inches. I kind of feel like I could have added a little bit more, but we're here now, and I already cut out the main fabric. I think it'll be fine, but like, if I can go back, and if I didn't already cut, you know, my main fabric, I probably would have added 8 inches to go just a little bit past my knee. I'm not going to be able to turn around for you guys because the zipper isn't in this one, because the zipper goes in the main and then you attach the lining. Also, the boning is supposed to go into the lining as well, instead of the main, and I still have to do that. I kind of was contemplating on skipping it, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I've done it before. It's just like, you know, I just got to do the extra step. But overall, I know for sure I have to keep it this way. I can't make it too tight because the woven fabric is not going to stretch, and I don't want to worry about not being able to sit down and dance. What I know for sure I'm going to take in, though, is the bottom, because my hips are wider and it kind of shoots straight out from my hips. I am going to taper the bottom to where it attaches the mermaid part, because I wanted to have that fit and flare look, but that's not going to affect my hip area, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I'm going to wait until I have the main fabric constructed in this way so that I could decide how much I want to take in, because it'll be different from the lining. So I think I'm actually going to leave the lining free. No, actually I won't be able to. I actually have to have the lining. I don't know. I got to see actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to have the lining free. I'm kind of like freestyling this. Like, I've looked through the directions, but I know how to construct a dress, so I'm just pretty much kind of doing it my way. So yeah, actually the lining I am going to have free. I'm going to have the mermaid kick out part attached to the main fabric, because that bottom part doesn't have to be lined, but for sure I wanted to line the whole body of the dress. But yeah, so I think this is actually all that I'm going to share on this video. And then you guys will see the final result when I am done. But I'm super excited. I already did cut out my boyfriend's vest as well. I did a muslin for him and it was too small, so I went up a couple of sizes. I do have on a strapless bra because this is kind of see-through. And also I felt like I needed the extra padding in the dress to make it fit better, because again, I did take the pattern in, but I didn't take it in too much, so I am probably going to end up wearing a strapless bra the night of Frocktails, or see how it goes once I add the boning in. But yep, so this will be it until you guys see the final reveal. So yeah, you guys, overall I'm loving the dress. I definitely want to use this pattern again just for like the base of it, just like with not including the mermaid like kick out at the bottom, because it's such a cute dress. It's such a nice fit. I did decide not to add that boning in the dress, and I feel like I'm going to be fine because the brocade is really thick and it is fully lined, so I feel like I have enough structure. But overall, I'm loving the dress. I knew that I would, but I always come into those issues with being able to have things fit at the top and bottom in making dresses, especially in woven fabrics. But I'm so glad I was able to get past it, and I think the fit is great, and I will be able to move around and I won't feel restricted, but it's still fitted really nicely. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and stay tuned for my Chicago Frocktails reveal. Again, follow me on Instagram because you guys will see it there first before I bring, you know, a recap video of Chicago Frocktails. But I'm so excited. So yeah, if you are not subscribed and you like this type of content, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you here. Also, click the notification bell so you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. So until next time, bye.